Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your continued support. Right, so I've been getting a lot of emails, and thank you for every email that I get. I really do appreciate you sending those over. A couple in particular have been highlighting some of the problems that DWP are giving to people who are trying to navigate the system. And one of them could be a little bit of a warning to people who may appear to be in the same situation. Certainly it's something that you need to keep an eye on. So I thought I would read out a couple of these emails to you, and then you can see the potential problems that people are having, and hopefully will mean that in the future you'll be able to navigate them a little bit easier yourself. So we're going to talk about a couple of these little emails now. These are, of course, both of these have agreed for me to talk about them on the program, and I'm going to keep their names anonymous, obviously, for their own safety and also for their own dignity. Let's take a look at them. Okay, so this is the first one. They said, I logged into my UC journal today to see that my May universal credit payments were going to be double my usual amount. I had no notification that this was going to happen, so I contacted them via my journal, and as usual I received no response. I then contacted Welfare Rights, who confirmed that the extra money was correct. This did not sit well with me, and I had a feeling this was wrong, and I ended up contacting the Universal Credit Helpline instead, as I wanted an answer. I found out that my payments had been calculated completely wrong and that it would be sorted. Now, if I had ignored this and just accepted the money and spent it, I know for a fact that someone at Universal Credit would have later on decided that I owe them the money back, leaving me with debt. How can these people who are meant to be trained experts get it so wrong? The best bit about all of this, though, is the fact that when I was stressing over the phone, the UC advisor just decided to laugh at me, like this situation and my feelings are one big joke. I just wanted to tell you all this in case other people watching your videos have the same thing happen to them and don't realise they could end up worse off too if they don't see that Universal Credit have done and just spend the money they get. Now they've also gone on to say that they've raised a complaint with Universal Credit, and a manager was supposed to be talking to them about it. A complaint not only about the fact that this money was miscalculated, but also, of course, the way that the Universal Credit advisor was laughing at this person, which is absolutely wrong. I mean, you've got to have empathy. You know, this is a very serious situation from everybody that deals with the Universal Credit system and the DWP. It's literally their whole world revolves around the DWP. It shouldn't, but it does, because every single thing that happens affects them. And so, I hope that this person manages to get the situation sorted out. They're going to keep me updated, so hopefully if and when they do get back to me, I will let you know what the situation is. But that's the first one. So if you do receive extra money that you don't know how or why it's happened, and it doesn't explain it in your journal, do go and question it, because as he said here, he went to someone outside of the DWP who said it was absolutely fine. So I would question it. If you have this situation happen to you, question it with the DWP, absolutely. Okay, so this is the next one. Hi Stephen, before I carry on, I am a subscriber to your channel, thank you. I will try my best to make sense, as I do have a few mental health issues from PPD, autism, ADHD and many more. At the moment I can't get out of my flat as I'm stuck in bed with arthritis and most probably angina, but this has not been confirmed. Today I tried to get a loan of DWP for food. As I mentioned, I can't get out and my anxiety is sky high. As I waited on the phone and went through security questions, the guy on the phone said that he cannot give me a loan for food as that's classed as a non-emergency and I can go without. Even he disrespected me and said that I should be in a care home if I can't get out. I asked him what I'm going to do for food, as I'm not safe in the kitchen and I can either forget the cooker is on, which has happened many times, or I can fall on the floor as my legs can give way. In a way it came across as my fault, and Universal Credit has no part on how I get fed. This got me thinking, and it got me in the right mood. If Universal Credit have no part in my health, I'm on my own in a flat, as supported housing will make sense. If they force me into work, I won't say what that word is. I can only be in supported housing for a week when I get work, where I'm going to find at least £750 for a private let. This includes admin fees, 2 months rent ahead and so on. How would I be able to move, as I'm going to need the first week running around trying to get things sorted such as utilities? And if they can't help me with food, how on earth are they going to support me in a job? My local authority are in the doghouse, Birmingham City Council. I've tried getting on their list as a 100-year wait for me, as I'm single, I have no kids living with me, and I also have a roof over my head. But if I was forced into work, I would lose everything and be homeless before I even get a job. The employer is not going to give me a roof over my head. I've worked in the past and done security at times, doing 17-hour days, as I did some of the biggest festivals in the UK. But I had to give up work due to personal reasons, and unfortunately my health kicked in. I've been on the mental health from 16. I'm now middle-aged, so it shows that my health is not going to get any better. So what am I supposed to do? And it goes on to say that he actually managed to get some. He actually managed to use the app, which is Too Good To Go, I think it is. I think a lot of people use that. He actually managed to use that to get some food in the end. But this is typical of what can happen to people. You know, they're telling people you have to get a job, but there's so much more to it than just getting a job. This man's in, this person's in the type of housing whereby if he gets a job, he has to leave. So then where does he go? What does he do? How does he get the money to do that? If he's only just got the job, he's not going to get paid straight away. And it just doesn't seem like there's any support out there for people, even if they wanted to work, which I know a lot of people can't. But even if you did, how would they support you into that? There's been no talk about that at all. And I think this is really, really sad when you see the situation. You think the DWP just have no idea how people need or people are living day to day. And it really is such a shame. But thank you so much for these people who have emailed in and told me their story. I really do hope that this person manages to get things sorted out as well. But let me know down in the comment section what you think about these emails, and if something similar has happened to you guys as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Please do remember to subscribe if you've got this far, and until the next time, I'll see you then.